Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check. Lucky. Shoot. Watch twist. 6-6. Pull it high.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Stay open. Mike, 53. Mike. Get ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Robbie Anderson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 55 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's coming. We got double up.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, it's Carson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Darnold from the gun. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Here we go, D. And lady, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Slam, slam, slam. Kill.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it with Carson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On second and 11 now. Darnold. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Hey, watch it.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Here's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Javon Hargrave. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Darnold. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Jim, jump out. Check 13. Check 13. go over here. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Running is Jacobs. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
319. 53. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. He can't run. He's not going to get me. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. 319.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Check your hot read. Check. Hey, Mike. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I got it. Quick the edge.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Rodgers now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Jonathan, 319. 59. Mike to 59. Hey, watch the slant. Live. Back north. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Watch the slant.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 22. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Complete to Hilton. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Hey, let's go.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, You must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Darnold from the red zone now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Darnold. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This fielded at the 2. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Darnold. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
At the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Box it, box it, box it, box it. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Wrap it, wrap it.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 88.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And 12 at the 26-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. After the run, now Darnold to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, now zapped right back in the other direction. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
17.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Don't get nervous.
Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Plant. SOS. Undercrush. Mike, 53. Mike. Yo. 26.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the shot. Alert flare. Roll right.
To throw is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hatchet. 53's the inside. Check 53. Watch the run.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going up top. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And the Titans 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Carson. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st down, Titans.
Mike, 57. Hey, ready? Watch your slap. 57. Exit. 57. Come on, D. Hey, check Mike 57. Man, that's trash.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We begin to turn you up. Ready?
Darnold now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, Carson. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
50. Check 59, Mike. 50. Mike to 50. Mike. It's our field. It's our field.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Mike, check. 59.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mike, quit talking about it and bring it. Watch safety 3. Over. Rush in. Wide left. Rush in. Check. Under 10. Back north. Check 4. Check 30. Check 3. Go.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Run right. Check 3. We are going. Deuce. Box it. Flip it down.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Squeeze, double. Watch the safety creep. You go tight. You got tight right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 49, check 49. Hey, flag, jump out. Look at this.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
Let's go. Run to the ball. We got it. They don't want it, fellas. They don't.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Easy. He's coming. Double up. Right left. Double up. Shit.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here's Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Landry, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Switch gears.
Here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. To throw is Darnold. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's Rodgers to throw again. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments